Kenny Smith. Kenneth the Jet Smith, born March 8, 1965, is an American sports commentator and former professional basketball player in the National Basketball Association, NBA. He played in the NBA from 1987 to 1997 as a member of the Sacramento Kings, Atlanta Hawks, Houston Rockets, Detroit Pistons, Orlando Magic, and Denver Nuggets. Smith won back-to-back NBA championships with Houston. About Kenny Smith's early life. Smith was born in Brooklyn, a borough of New York City, and grew up in Queens, spending time in the Lefrak City neighborhood. He played some of his earliest basketball at New York's Riverside Church and at Stephen A. Halsey Jr. High School in Rego Park, Queens. Smith attended Archbishop Malloy High School, where he was coached by Jack Curran, the high school coach with the most wins in New York City and New York State history. Smith was named a McDonald's All-American in 1983, then played basketball at the University of North Carolina for Dean Smith. Kenny Smith credits former South Carolina State star Bobby Lewis with his development as a shooter and ball handler. Lewis averaged 30.9 points per game and was a first-team Division II All-American as a senior at South Carolina State. He later developed the Bobby Lewis Basketball Skills Development Program, a training regimen that he presented at basketball camps around the country. Smith attended several of his lectures while in high school and continued to use Lewis's drills throughout his basketball career, to this day teaching them at his own basketball camps. About Kenny Smith's college career. Kenny Smith joined junior Michael Jordan and senior Sam Perkins on a North Carolina team that was a preseason number 1 and finished the season ranked number 1 with a 28-3 record. Smith averaged 9.1 points and 5.0 assists per game, and the Tar Heels lost to Indiana in the regional semifinals of the 1984 NCAA tournament. He led North Carolina to the Elite Eight in 1985, losing to eventual national champion Villanova. Smith was named a consensus All-American, first team, as senior in 1987, averaging 16.9 points, 6.1 assists per game while helping North Carolina to return to the Elite Eight. Playing in a game that featured 11 future NBA players, Smith led the Tar Heels with 25 points and 7 assists in a loss to Syracuse, 79-75. During his career at North Carolina, Smith averaged 12.9 points and 6.0 assists per game, while shooting .512 from the field and .823 from the free throw line. In 1986-87, the first season the NCAA added 3-point field goals, Smith shot .408. As of 2016, he ranks second in school history in total assists, 768, fourth in total steals, 195, and fifth in assists per game. Smith helped North Carolina to a record of 115-22 from the 1983-84 to 1986-87 seasons, including 2 Elite Eight appearances, 1985 and 1987, and a Sweet 16 appearance in 1986. They won the Atlantic Coast Conference, ACC, regular season conference championships in 1984 and 1987, and tied for first in 1985. North Carolina never finished lower than 8th in the national polls during Smith's 4 years at the school. About Kenny Smith's professional career. The Sacramento Kings selected Smith with the 6th overall pick of the 1987 NBA draft. He made his NBA debut for the Kings in their season opener against the Golden State Warriors on November 6, 1987, scoring 11 points with 5 assists in Sacramento's win. Smith was immediately a starter in Sacramento and was named to the NBA All-Rookie Team, first team, after averaging 13.8 points and 7.1 assists per game his rookie season. Smith began his NBA career playing for Hall of Famer Bill Russell, who was head coach for Kings until he was fired 58 games into the 87-88 season. Houston Rockets, 1990-1996. Smith with the Rockets after the 1989-90 season. Smith and Roy Marble were traded to the Houston Rockets in exchange for John Lucas and Tim McCormick. In 1990-91, Smith averaged 17.7 points per game while leading the Rockets in assists per game, 7.1, and free throw percentage, .844. Smith helped the Rockets to a 52-30 record, the best regular season in franchise history at the time. He received votes for the NBA Most Valuable Player award, more than any Rockets teammate including Olajuwon, and finished in third place in Most Improved Player voting. About Kenny Smith's final season and retirement, 1996-97. On September 17, 1996, Smith signed with the Detroit Pistons. However, he saw minimal playing time behind Lindsey Hunter and Joe Dumars, and was waived after only 9 games to open a roster spot for Jerome Williams. Smith signed with the Orlando Magic shortly after, though he was released after just 6 games. Smith then signed with his third team just that season, the Denver Nuggets. Smith averaged 7.9 points and 3.1 assists while playing just under 20 minutes per game, also serving as a mentor for the young Denver team. Smith averaged 6.3 points and 2.4 assists per game, the lowest averages of his career, while his three-point percentage of .437, 59/135, was the second highest of his career, and the fourth season in which he shot better than 40% on three-pointers. 1. He attended training camp in 1997 with the New Jersey Nets. In his professional career, Smith scored 9,397 points, 12.8 average, recorded 4,073 assists, 5.5 average, while shooting .480 from the field, .399 from three-point range, and .829 from the free throw line. He finished in the NBA top 10 in three-point percentage 3 times, 1992-93, 1993-94, 1994-95, and top 10 in free throw percentage twice, 1992-93 and 1993-94. About Kenny Smith's broadcasting career. Smith joined Turner Sports in early 1998, working as a studio analyst for end of the NBA regular season and the playoffs. 57. Smith works with Ernie Johnson Jr., Charles Barkley, and Shaquille O'Neal on Inside the NBA, a winner of the Sports Emmy Award for Outstanding Studio Show. 58. Smith covered basketball for the 2001 Goodwill Games, and he occasionally appears on NBA TV as an analyst. Smith provided commentary for the MSG Network's broadcasts of New York Knicks games from 2005 to 2008, and works as an analyst for CBS/Turner during the NCAA Division I men's basketball tournament. The New York Times has written that Smith's work in broadcasting has made him a household name, significantly boosting his public celebrity beyond what he had during his playing career. During the 2010 NBA All-Star Weekend, Smith was a member of the Texas team that won the Shooting Stars competition. On the August 26, 2020 edition of Inside the NBA, Smith left the set as a show of solidarity with the 6 teams that elected to boycott the day's games in response to the shooting of Jacob Blake. The live broadcast, originally scheduled to lead into a doubleheader, was turned into a panel discussion of racial injustice in America after the announcement of the game's postponements. In October 2022, Smith signed a long-term contract extension with Warner Bros. Discovery Sports to continue as a host on Inside the NBA. About Kenny Smith's personal life. Smith has been married twice. He has 2 children from his first marriage, Kayla, an R&B singer, and K.J., a basketball player who played for the University of North Carolina, his father's alma mater, from 2018 to 2021, and is a national basketball analyst with the website on3.com as of 2021. After divorcing his first wife, Smith met English model Gwendolyn Osborne in 2004 at a charity event. They married on September 8, 2006. They have 2 children together. Smith is also stepfather to Osborne's daughter from a previous marriage. Osborne is a former model on The Price is Right. Gwendolyn Osborne filed for divorce in 2018. Thanks so much for watching. Please go ahead and like this video, and also share to your friends.